From News Channel 15, you're watching News Channel 15 Tonight with Eli Grimes. This is News Channel 15 Tonight.
Hey, good evening and welcome into News Channel 15. I'm Eli Grimes. Let's take a look at tonight's news. New details have been released following the double homicide investigation in Olney. According to the Illinois State Police, after an investigation at the request of the Olney Police Department and Richland County Sheriff's Office, they arrested 25-year-old Dylan Jones of Olney. The initial investigation indicates Dylan Jones struck John Jones in the head with a sharp-edged instrument and stabbed Deborah Jones with a knife. The coroner is conducting medical examinations to determine the official causes of death. The Richland County State's Attorney's Office has charged Dylan Jones with 6 counts of first-degree murder. Meanwhile, the second day of testimony concluded Thursday in Wabash County Circuit Court in the trial of 28-year-old Hunter Ingram of Mount Carmel, who is charged with 1 count of criminal sexual assault and 1 count of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. Before jurors entered the courtroom, Judge William C. Hudson questioned the mother of one of Wednesday's witnesses. Hudson said the court had received information alleging the woman, who attended Wednesday's proceedings as a spectator, discussed testimony with other witnesses. Under oath, she denied speaking with any witnesses or potential witnesses about the case. Judge Hudson accepted her testimony and allowed the trial to proceed. The state's first witness was another person who was at Ingram's West 6th Street shop the night of the alleged incident. He testified he heard the alleged victim say she did not want to spend the night there because she did not feel safe, but she could not find anyone who had not been drinking to give her a ride home. The alleged victim was then recalled to the witness stand, where she identified Snapchat photos and videos that she said showed she had never spent the night at Ingram's shop before the night of the alleged incident. Mount Carmel Police Sergeant Kyle Adams testified he took the initial complaint from the alleged victim's father. Adams said officers went to the West 6th Street property and spent several hours attempting to get Ingram to answer the door. He testified Ingram only came to the door after officers were preparing to forcibly enter the building to execute a search warrant. Detective Eddie Johnson also testified, and jurors watched a recorded interview he conducted with Ingram. During the approximately 14-minute interview, Ingram told Johnson, quote, "You've got it all wrong. I had sex that night, but not with the alleged victim," end quote. Ingram never disputed that the alleged victim was 16 years old. At another point in the interview, he stated, quote, "She could have raped me. I might have gotten raped," end quote. Ingram also admitted he had been drinking alcohol and smoking marijuana that night while also taking antidepressant medication. Thursday afternoon, prosecutors called Jennifer Mulrain, a forensic scientist from the Illinois State Police Metro East Forensic Science Laboratory. Mulrain testified about DNA testing performed on 2 condoms recovered from the scene. She told jurors 1 condom contained DNA from Ingram and another female. The second condom contained DNA from Ingram, the alleged victim, and the same female whose DNA was found on the first condom. Before court adjourned shortly before 3:30 p.m., State's Attorney Kelly Storkman played recorded video and telephone calls Ingram made while housed in the Wabash County Jail. In one of the recordings, Ingram referred to a fellow inmate and stated the inmate had done the same thing that, quote, "I did." The trial is scheduled to resume at 10:30 this morning in Wabash County Circuit Court. After being found guilty in April of 2026, Christopher Rogers awaited his sentencing hearing on Thursday. Rogers was arrested in November of 2024 on aggravated DUI, 3 or more, and 6 other charges. The case went to a jury trial where he was found guilty of aggravated DUI, a Class 4 felony, driving on a revoked license, speeding 21 to 25 miles per hour over the limit, illegal transportation of alcohol, and improper lane usage. The 56-year-old was sentenced to 4 years of probation, a $5,000 fine, completion of a DUI evaluation and counseling, 90 days in jail, and 48 hours of community service. Rogers will have to pay additional fines on the other 4 charges totaling some $950. In area arrest reports, a 51-year-old Carmi man is out with a notice to appear following his arrest Thursday evening. Carmi police say they were dispatched via a 911 call to a report of someone who had broken a vehicle window out on April Avenue. The victim was a 65-year-old female. Carmi police arrested William Abbey of Lynn Street just before 9 p.m. on a charge of criminal damage to property. Abbey was taken into custody, booked, and released just before 10 p.m. with a notice to appear at a future White County court date. In other news, new state regulations regarding student cell phones have led the Red Hill Unit Number 10 Board of Education to continue to seek feedback from staff on planned revisions to the current existing policy. Superintendent Jakey Walker told Giant FM that the new law bans the use of cell phones in K-12 schools in the state beginning in the new school year. Unit Number 10 is looking to upgrade its existing regulations to come in line with the new state law, but after substantial discussions among themselves could not come to a consensus to move forward and decided to get more input by a survey of administration and staff. No timeline was given for taking any final action. The board did take action regarding personnel after a brief executive session. They moved to accept the resignation of Shelley Masterson as Bridgeport Grade School Secretary and to hire Ricky Stieber. In other news, safety concerns involving electric scooters and young riders sparked discussion during Monday's Mount Carmel City Council meeting. Water and Sewer Commissioner Tom Meeks told the council he has had several close calls with children riding scooters in recent days. Meeks said one young rider ran a stop sign and pulled directly in front of his vehicle, forcing him to brake hard to avoid a collision. Meeks said he is concerned someone could be seriously injured or killed and noted that a driver involved in such an accident would have to live with those consequences. Mayor Joe Judge said Illinois laws governing electric scooters changed July 1st and noted that under previous regulations, riders under the age of 16 were required to operate scooters on sidewalks. He said city officials plan to review the updated law and revisit the issue at a future meeting. Police Chief Aaron Peach told the council that scooter regulations depend on several factors, including the manufacturer's recommended minimum age, state law, and the city's local ordinance. She encouraged parents and scooter owners with questions to contact the police department, where officers are providing guidance and printed information explaining the rules. Peach stressed that children should not be riding scooters through intersections or traveling recklessly on city streets. She said officers have increased enforcement efforts by stopping riders, issuing warnings, and, when necessary, writing citations. The chief also reminded residents that scooters operated on public roadways are required to be registered with the city. The registration process includes a $50 fee, similar to the city's requirements for golf carts and motorized bicycles. City officials said the goal is not to prevent children from enjoying their scooters, but to improve safety and prevent a tragedy before it happens. That's the look at news. Stick around. I've got your weather forecast coming up next, and then I will be back to talk sports. Stay with us.
Summer is here at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a Jeep Wrangler for only $336 a month, or a new Ram 1500 with 0% financing and over $12,000 off. See them all at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Summer is here at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a new Jeep Compass for $365 a month, or get a 2026 Dodge Durango with 0% financing. Come see us today and visit SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
Baseball season is all about preparation, teamwork, and making the right call at the right time. It's the same for your business. At the First National Bank, we give you the advantage with business loans tailored to your needs. These include lines of credit, equipment loans, commercial real estate financing, and oil production loans. Visit any of our locations to learn more. Because when your business wins, our whole community wins.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back. Let's talk your forecast, putting your radar map in motion. We did see Some storms moved throughout our northern region last night and did see some accumulation of precipitation moving through our area. Your weather planner for tonight, Friday night, 70 is the low for tonight, a chance of storms. 7 p.m. 83, midnight at 74, and then again into the morning hours 70 degrees, putting that into motion, as well as your forecast. Starting around this afternoon on Friday, we do see again some storms moving through our south, but the brunt of what we're going to get is Saturday morning. Some severe weather possible to the north around Saturday afternoon, but it will be hit or miss chances of showers and thunderstorms moving through our area throughout the weekend before things start to clear up, as you can see into the morning hours on Sunday. There is a bit of precipitation that kind of parks over our southern region, but nothing severe. It does not appear. Always something to keep an eye out on, though. Your lows tonight into Saturday morning, mostly in the at the 70 mark, rather. On Saturday, high is going to reach up into the mid-80s, 84 in Albion as well as 85 in Mount Carmel. On Sunday morning, mostly in the high 60s, 69 in Mount Carmel and 68 most everywhere else you look. Highs on Sunday, again at the mid-80 mark, 85 in Fairfield, 84 up there in Flora. Your Friday forecast looking like it's going to be a high of 87 degrees for today. Chance of showers and thunderstorms and wind gusts out of the south-southwest up to 8 miles per hour. Friday night, again, low of 70 degrees. Can't rule out the chance of storms and showers. Wind gusts up to 6 miles per hour. And on Saturday, again, in the mid-80s, 85 there, the expected high. Wind gusts out of the west up to 7 miles per hour. And your 7-day forecast, Friday, 87, Saturday, 85, Sunday, 85, and mostly going to be in the mid to high 80s, except for 90, reaching up back into the 90s on Wednesday of next week. Lows mostly in the high 60s and low 70s starting at the beginning of next work week and into our weekend. That is your forecast. Sports is next.
You need to be mindful that when you're out, maybe doing a little tree pruning or shaping, or kids climbing in the tree, building tree houses, whatever, look up, make sure there's no power lines in or near the area. And even after the storm or after a wind event or something like that, where a limb may be falling down or hanging in the tree, make sure to look and there's no utility lines near that. And if there is, call us. We'll come take care of it. We'll get that down. We'll get things cleared up.
Hi, I'm Tony. I graduated Wabash Valley College at Mount Carmel, and it was the best decision ever. It gave me the opportunity to go on the air almost immediately. Within about a week of starting the broadcasting program at Wabash Valley College, I was a DJ on 89.1 WVJC, and that on-air experience was invaluable to my future career and hiring potential.
Welcome back. Let's wrap up news with a look at sports. Talking MLB scores from yesterday. The Cardinals fell to the Brewers 8-4. Meanwhile, the Cubs fell to the Orioles 3-2. The Pirates lost to the Braves 10-5, and the Reds lost to the Phillies 1-0. That's a look at sports and our newscast tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. From myself, Eli Grimes, as well as everyone here at News Channel 15, have a great night and an even better weekend.
As a faculty member, Wabash Valley College was the best decision ever. I've always been excited to return back to Wabash Valley as an employee to inspire students the way I was inspired when I went to school here. And what I love is the sense of community that I have with my coworkers and being able to provide that to our students.
My name is Sarah Lingoskit, and I'm from my school. I think that it was the best decision ever because I found the program really interesting and it was what I was looking for, academic-wise and sport-wise. I think here they try to always help you to grow in the academic part, but also as a person. And I always value that balance. And yeah, it's been great and I have learned so much here. I think it will help me for my future.